Hey guys, welcome back to Serval Life. Whether you're into exotic cats or cats in general, this is the channel, so go ahead and subscribe. I'll get you cute cat videos as well as some informational videos. I wanted to talk about keeping a cat calm today, which is a topic I've covered loosely, but I wanted to kind of go over all of the base points. So there's a lot of things that go into that you wouldn't particularly assume might have something to do with the cat's mood. But I have an African Serval, so that's an exotic cat for sure. It's a cat that not usually can't be litter trained, only to a certain degree. Has a very special diet, has a special temperament, and all those things play into like how you set up your life in your house to deal with that kind of animal. So, but all of everything I'm going to say applies to regular cats too, and especially with their temperament being generally, less sharp. Uh, Not that servals are aggressive, but far more domestic animals. This will apply to them as well. So, one of the things that is really important, I'm just no particular order, diet. So, even a regular cat, you want to have a well balanced diet. Um, it's okay to feed your cat kibble most of the time. That's totally fine. But, um, and even with the serval, he eats a Missouri, this is the brand of Missouri uh, exotic feline kibble. I have an auto feeder, feeds them small amounts 6 times a day. Uh, Servals are going to eat a lot like that, but regular cats don't necessarily need to. Um, but he also gets wet food. He also gets a variety. I mean, he gets shrimp. He gets a Zupreme is the brand wet food. He gets mice that are shipped frozen to thaw them out and give it to him. So he has a very wide variety of diets as well as turkey, beef, chicken. Servals have one of the most diverse diets on earth for all cat species, but your regular cat, a good diet is an amazing thing that can really help your cat relax. I mean, it's a more enjoyable experience. I mean, you wouldn't want to eat the same thing every day. These are empathetic and intelligent creatures. For the most part, they're going to enjoy some variety. They're going to enjoy that piece of fish, or you got to find what works for them. And if you have a question, Google it. Can my cat have cantaloupe? And a lot of times the answers will be yes, but not in excess. That's fine. Give him a little taste. Find treats for your animal that he loves. But as far as like a variety of like meats to mix in with the kibble, that's always a good thing. It will help your animal's mood. It's a more enriched life. Um, so diet. Also, one thing that I stress is going to work really well for regular cats: scratch posts. Um, I won't say most, many people will put scratch posts in their living room and only in their living room or in the living room and the bedroom. You know, much Many animals mark their territory, and a scratch post you might think, oh, that's for stress. It can be absolutely great way to keep the claws in check, you know, a little bit, but really stress, yes, but also marking your territory. So marking your territory is incredibly important, especially for exotic animals as they mark, you know, with pee and claws. But even cats, again, you're trying to build an environment that is stress free, and one of the ways to do that is allow your cat to take ownership of the property and to take ownership in their mind. Obviously, you want to be firm. You want to control. You want to be the top dog in the house. Absolutely, especially with an exotic. But you need for a regular cat as well to spread. You want think about how territory works. How do humans or anyone else mark territory? We mark the borders, the edges. So do that with your scratch posts. It's not like you can't have one in the living room, but you're really better off having one in every corner of the house. That's really important. Um, that's going to allow them to feel comfortable in the space. When you go into the bathroom, and these animals, cats especially, are going to want to try and be in your vicinity for safety reasons, looking out for you when you're in the bathroom. When you go to the bathroom, as weird as it is, leave the door open. It is going to stress your cat out that you're using the bathroom without them present. And again, we're reducing stress. If you can reduce almost all stress, even if it's like I said, maybe it's a tiny thing, the bathroom, maybe it's a small thing. But if all of these small things add up to a really relaxed cat, so leave the bathroom door open. Don't if you're going to close your cat into a door into your room, it needs to be a short period of time. You want to move something, you want to leave the front door open, move it out, come back inside, let your cat out. Cats can handle these small things, but obviously you don't want to leave your cat in the room for 5-6 hours, 30 minutes even. They're going to get stressed. Short periods, that's totally fine, totally fine. But you want, if you're going to have a closed door in your house, it needs to be closed all the time so that your cat doesn't think it's a closed door. If you start blocking your cat off from things for a protracted period of time, it's going to stress them out. Additionally, I just heard him. He's at the door. He doesn't come in here, though. He's wondering why I'm in here. But this door's always closed. Another thing is when you play with cats, don't swing the thing around in the air. Drag it, hop it, things that a bird or a mouse might actually do in nature. You want to play with the cat in a realistic manner, something that is achievable for the animal. And like I have a serval that can jump 10 to 12 feet. It's okay to, because it can do that. It's capable of that. And it's actually the way they hunt is to, stay back and, they jump from the air onto a mouse or they catch a bird as it flies. That's okay. That's how they hunt. That's fine. But it still needs to be realistic. I'm not gonna do this because that's not what an animal would do. So keep it realistic. Let them. Now animals are cats are gonna be different. Some might lunge straight at it. That's fine. But let your cat, if you can, observe, stalk, chase, do a little bit of a chase, and when they get it and they bite it, don't pull it away from them. Let them bite it, release it on their own, and then you can start again. Letting them go through every process will get a lot of those instincts out, a lot of that energy out. Play with them often, several times a day. I know it's hard, but 3-4 times a day, a session of 15 minutes. That's not even an hour. Bare minimum, get that out. But let them go through the process in a realistic manner and let them bite and let them release. That way they can feel like they got to kill. There's a lot of little things you can do. When you leave the house, for example, your cat thinks you're hunting for the most part. So if you return to the house, you can give your cat a treat every time you return home. Your cat will associate this with you've returned from a hunt successfully and you've given them a portion of your kill. It's just building trust. There's a lot of little things you can do. When they're young, I brush my African Serval's teeth. I clean his ears. I clip his claws. I started when he was young. I don't even have food aggression. 99% of the time, he never snaps or claws. Worst case scenario, when he gets like the right, perfect food, he's like, for 1 second. But a lot of African Servals you'll see on the internet are very food aggressive. And one of the reasons, I'll do a video of how not food aggressive he is. But if you, it was something I was told, no, they're going to be food aggressive. They're going to be food aggressive. It can be done. It can be done. Rub his paws when he's young. Get him used to you getting those nails out. Get him used to you brushing teeth, cleaning ears, getting your face down near his food. Give him a scratch and leave so he's comfortable with it. And now he's a year old and I can do anything. And these things are achievable if you try. The point of the whole video was stress, though. And if you get your cat used, you don't want to walk by your cat and it growl at you. But once you have an adult cat that's built in some of these tendencies, it's difficult. But if you get a 6-week-old, 7-week-old baby cat, play with his paws, all these tiny little things you can do. Set up your house, set up the diet in such a way that it is stress-free. And if you do some of this stuff, I'll do a follow-up video with more stuff, but if you do some of this stuff, it can really coalesce into an animal that feels comfortable in its environment because it understands the territory. It gets its instincts out for hunting and playing. It doesn't have a lot of aggressive tendencies around food because it's used to you being near the food. It's not worried when you go into the bathroom. It's not worried about closed doors. It just enjoys your presence. You come home, give it a treat, successful hunt, and then you play and roll around and snuggle at night. That is totally possible, totally achievable. Um, so I just wanted to get that out. I was thinking about it today. I want to do a slightly longer form video. This is 10 minutes. If you've stuck around, I really do appreciate it. And if you appreciate me doing all this research, reading as well as living it, if you could drop me a like and especially a subscribe, share the video if you know anyone who needs some tips on cats, leave a comment, I'll answer it. And I really do appreciate it, guys. Thanks.